Hello, my lovely Aquarius, and welcome to your love bonus reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't checked out your other readings on my channel, please do so. And if you enjoy these, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that other great stuff. And let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. Also, if you enjoy love readings, so I will know whether or not this is something you have an interest in seeing more of. If so, I will certainly try to make every effort to do so. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This top row, which if you can't see, we will be going through it one by one, so don't worry, is indicative of kind of where you are now, or maybe you're already in the midst of it. Time is fluid in tarot. The second row is where you will be going within the next month to 2 months, by the end of the year, possibly into the first month of next year. And the third row is kind of the advice of spirit, your higher divination, the universe, whatever it is you believe to be your guide. So we'll keep that down there open for whatever it is that you personally believe as your guide. And at the end, we will certainly be using 2 decks of love cards to kind of clarify a bit for you. So starting out, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So I do feel like for many of you, as far as your relationships in general go, you are typically, you have that queenly energy, okay? Gender neutral, of course. You are usually very social, very good with, you know, being the peacekeeper in the group. As far as family, friends, you're, you know, good with keeping ties and that kind of thing. But right now, I do feel like you have been kind of off kilter a little bit for you. So maybe you've had a friction in the family or at work or with friends or a breakup or your significant other. Maybe things just aren't going as well as they could be. We have the Magician card in reverse next. So I do feel like part of this is because, you know, you really aren't up for the fight, right? You're kind of just not pushing, okay? You have all the tools at your disposal if you really wanted to go in and battle this out, right? If you wanted to make people listen, follow your side, you know, do what you wanted them to do, you have all the tools at your disposal to do that, right? But I just think at this point, you're kind of battle tired and tested. You're just like, whether it's, you know, relationships that you have at work, whether it's your significant other, whether it's family members, whatever it may be, I think you're kind of just at that point where you're like, I don't want to deal with it. I'm so sick of the bickering. I'm so sick of the friction. I'm so sick of any of it. I would just rather step away, okay? At this point, you're like, I don't really feel like pulling my tools out. I really don't feel like getting involved. And I kind of feel like that's how you just have been handling things lately, because you just don't want any more of the stress, the anxiety, the nonsense that goes along with it, right? It's like, yeah, I could fix a lot of this stuff. And maybe you're typically a fixer, but you're just like, I'm burnt out. I'm fixing things for everybody else, right? So I see that this 9 of Swords here is in reverse. And that again is letting me know that right now you're just so over it. You're not even losing sleep over it, to be honest with you. You're just done. I feel like you've hit a point, and maybe it's just been something that's been, you know, a long time coming, right? You've been having the same argument, the same fight, the same whatever with this person, with these people, with this work situation, the family situation, significant other, whatever, that you're just done. You're like, I am not going to lose a single another minute's, you know, sleep over this, stress over this. I'm done with it. I'm just over it, right? Like, yes, I could probably really put all my passion, effort, energy into this, stress it out, sweat it out, fight it out, but I'm not going to. I'm over it, right? And it's probably actually best for you, to be honest with you. Okay, but where are you going, right? Let's see where we're going, first of all. So we have the 9 of Cups in reverse, and that is falling over our Queen of Cups in reverse. And again, I think that is just showing that you are having some outs, you know, and maybe it is best for you going forward to kind of just stay removed from this situation. I think right now, because you are fed up in a lot of cases to get too involved in the relationships, you know, even if it's your interpersonal family, you're very much, you know, close-knit family. It may be just something where you're like, you know, too much involvement is just going to cause me more grief. It's just going to cause more trouble, more drama. You know, sometimes saying less is saying more, right? Sometimes less is better, right? And I think that is kind of what you need to do going forward a little bit, at least for a while. And strength is the next card. And I think with this falling right under the Magician in reverse, I think what this is saying is that you are showing immense strength by showing restraint, okay? Because again, I do feel like for you that you typically are that Queen of Cups energy. You're typically that person who's a fixer. You're typically that person who wants to resolve the issues, get in there, let's talk about it. I can fix this. I'll talk to such and such for you. I'll handle such and such. Let's work the problem through. Let's talk about it. Let's do whatever. And at this point, you're like, I'm so over it. I cannot take one more second of this. This is just, I'm dealing with, children when they're adults, or whatever it may be. And I think you're showing restraint for your own mental well-being is absolute strength. Okay. That is taking a lot of strength, and it's good strength. It's very smart for you. Okay. Because again, that's what's allowing you to have this Nine of Swords in reverse. It's what's allowing you to not be so stressed out, battle tired and tested, struggling with it because you're not so involved in it, right? And, underneath that we have the Eight of Pentacles. So I think for you, a lot of what you're doing is you're distracting yourself. Okay, going forward, that's what you plan to do. You're like, listen, I'm done with the drama. I am just going to pour myself into work, projects, that kind of stuff. Even if it's not something I love, even if it's not what I want to do, it's keeping me out of, getting involved. It's taking that temptation to, say something that's going to be, that's the wrong thing, or that's something that's going to suck me right back into that drama pit. It's going to take that away, right? So if I'm distracted with work, even if it's not what I really love, even if it's not what I want to be doing, I'd much rather be having peace with my family, my significant other, my spouse, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my, whatever. I know that if I do that, it's going to risk my sanity here. So I think, at this point, you are showing the strength of restraint and you are just really kind of distracting yourself. And I think that's actually a really smart thing to be doing over the next month, 2 months. And especially at this time of year, we're at a time of year where we are so involved in so many things. We're run ragged, we're tired, we're battle tired and tested. We're having family push on us a lot. We have the kids out of school sometimes, or 10 million things that they've got going on. We've got extra family stuff going on, extra family coming in a lot of times for the holidays. It's just a lot. So if you've been already stressed with family issues, concerns, problems, that just compounds it, right? So now is definitely not the time for you to be trying to tackle new, solutions to anything that you've got going on, right? So I think throwing yourself into kind of just your project, your work, your whatever is probably your safest bet. And I think you definitely know that. So keep that in mind. What is your spirit guide down here? Whomever that may be, the universe, your spirit guide, your higher divination, communion of saints, whatever it is you believe in, right? What are they kind of giving you as advice, right? So we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So it's telling me you don't need to drag those burdens. That's the last thing you want to do. And I think that is definitely in accordance with what you're already planning, right? You're like, I do not want to get involved. I do not want to be dragged into this. I do not want to be the problem solver, be the fixer, offer a solution that's going to make things worse, or say something where everybody goes, uh-oh, you know what? That person said this, this, and this, and all of a sudden you are sucked into this web of drama that you do not want to be in, right? Because then your relationships are going to really crumble, right? Love relationships, family relationships, situationships, whatever you've got, right? Drama, okay? So what this is telling you is do not carry this burden. I don't care if you are normally the person everybody comes to for advice, comes to say something to somebody else. Hey, will you talk to such and such for me? Hey, I need you to help me with this. Hey, can you make the peace? Hey, will you talk to whoever? No. They're telling you, Spirit Guide is telling you, do not carry their burdens. Let them handle their own stuff, okay? And the next is the Eight of Swords, right? And I think here, this is just Spirit reminding you again, okay, whomever you use, I'm using Spirit in a very generic sense for you. But I think this is Spirit telling you again, reserve all of your tools here. That's why the Magician's in reverse. Reserve that. Show the restraint, okay? Especially right now, especially at this time of year. Your true strength lies in doing nothing right now. Keep yourself tied up, because if you don't, you're going to be tied up into a web of drama, okay? Where everyone is going to tie you to their problems. Everyone is going to blame you. Everyone's going to say, you sided with such and such. You sided with this person. You did that. You did this. And everything is going to fall on you, okay? So every time you try to fix a problem, it's going to cause 3 more right now. And I think you already kind of know that. And I think that's why you are absolutely taking this passive approach where you're like, not today, Satan, not today. You're just like, I'm not doing it, right? Not happening. And I think that's probably the best, right? So even if this is something where people are coming at you in a relationship way, right? Let's say, you know, they're trying to hook you up with somebody because they see, hey, you're normally that Queen of Cups. You're normally that outgoing person, you know, and, you know, you need somebody to bring as a date to this, a date to that, you know, it's the holidays, yada, yada. And you're saying, no, I want nothing to do with any of this. Now is not the time. Now is not the time to get involved with what I've already got going on. And now is not the time to get involved with anything new. Okay. Because I do not want to carry anybody's baggage. I don't want to carry anybody as baggage. I don't want any of that, because otherwise I'm going to be tied to a whole lot of crap I don't want to be tied to, frankly, right? So I think that is absolutely what Spirit's telling you. However, your last card here is the Knight of Cups. So I do feel like there is going to be a point, a breakthrough point at some point, okay? Again, this could be a month down the road. This could be 2 months down the road. And I do feel like you will know when, okay? I do feel like as you're working away, as you're keeping yourself busy, there'll come a point where you feel like, okay, it's safe to kind of come out, come out of hiding, come out of my, you know, reclusive type, working myself into submission to keep my mind off of anything else that somebody's trying to hook me up, somebody's trying to draw me into, somebody's trying to do whatever with, yada, yada. I want nothing to do with anything, because an opportunity will come into you. And I do believe this is going to be really like a knight in shining armor for you. Okay. So for those of you who are in a relationship, I do feel like this is going to be kind of a breakthrough for you with some peace where you feel like, okay, now is my opportunity. Things have settled down, or this person's more receptive, or, you know, tensions have eased, and now they're going to be able to kind of listen and understand and be more, you know, able to adhere a little bit more to what I am saying as far as the logic I'm giving here, and not kind of things go haywire and out of proportion. For those of you who are single and they're, you know, people have been pushed on you, they're trying to hook you up, people are trying to date you, all of these things, and you're saying, not today. No, not today. I don't need that. I know it's not the time, right? And you know that. I think there is going to come a point where you are going to say, this person's going to come in, and you're going to say, okay, this is the person who is my drama-free knight in shining armor, right? This is a person, and maybe it's because they are a person that nobody pushed on you. It was a person you weren't looking for. It was like that person that comes out of nowhere when you least expect it. You know, they always say, okay, true love comes when you're not looking for it, when you least expect it, you know, all this and that. This is your knight in shining armor that's going to come in, and you're going to know it, okay? I think Spirit's kind of telling you, they're going to come, and they're going to come along when, you know that they're not a risk of stress to you, when you have, you know, sufficiently kind of worked away and kind of let everything settle down to where you feel like you're comfortable to kind of put yourself out there again. And this is going to be a good thing for you, okay? So I do think there is definitely a positive light at the end of the tunnel, but for now, everything about this is not only advising you, but it's also saying that you already know. You want to start nothing new. You want to push nothing new. You want to involve yourself in nobody else's drama, including your own family drama, friend drama, work drama, nothing. Okay. You are really just wanting to step back and be solo rider right now. So let's get you 3 love cards. Okay. On these and see if it helps with any sort of kind of advice relationship wise, especially for those of you who are either having relationships kind of thrust upon you because people are trying to hook you up, or people are trying to, actually trying to date you themselves, or, you've considered it, but, maybe it's just something that you really shouldn't hesitate. You're hesitating right now. Let's see what we've got here. So the first one is romantic feelings. And again, I feel like there is a potential here that you may have romantic feelings for somebody. But again, this is just a card saying romantic feelings. This is not a card saying act on it. This is not a card saying that you need to, this is a soulmate. This is a true love, marriage, dating, any of that. This is just a card saying there could be romantic feelings out there. And there very well could be. Okay. But again, this is falling in a situation where it's saying now's not the time though. You can have all the feelings you want, but acting on them right now at this particular stage is not the time. So, keep that in mind. Have the feelings you want, that's fine. But acting on them right now would only cause you to be, I do feel like, tethered to something that could be, a negative later, right? The next one is flirt, okay? And again, I feel like that's something that, it's fine. There may be people flirting with you left and right and center. You may be able to flirt. Flirting is harmless if you don't overdo it, if you don't mislead, if you don't get too involved. But again, too much of that is involvement, okay? And your strength lies here. Again, this is right under your strength card. Your strength is lying with the fact that you are restraining yourself from a lot of actions. Because again, remember, we have down here, you are going to feel tied up. You're going to feel really bound, stuck, pent up if you let yourself get too involved or let somebody read that flirting too much, okay? That can cause drama, as we all know, if there's misreading. So I do think that that's something that you need to kind of curb as well if it's going to cause too much. You need to kind of really make sure you're, keeping that at a low key amount, okay? But here on your last one, where I do feel like this is something where Spirit's saying, hey, this is the time. Here it is. We have the calling in your soulmate card. So like I said, I feel like this is when you're going to know when the time is right. You're going to feel like it's right. This is going to be the person that comes in that makes you know that you are okay, comfortable, and confident to say what you need to say, do what you need to do, show those feelings, have those feelings, flirt with those feelings, because this could potentially be the soulmate that makes you know it's okay to stop hiding out in your work. It's okay to, not worry about stress anymore because this person makes you feel comfortable. That's what soulmates do, right? Okay, so I think that is when you're going to really, really start feeling like things are really back on track for you. And I don't see that being too long. Like I said, time is fluid in tarot, but we're looking at like maybe a month, 2 months, just hang in there, right? But until then, kind of hang back. Okay, I'm not saying you can't have feelings for people or flirt a little here and there, but really for the most part, you don't want to get too involved, okay? Now, with these cards, this is if you have somebody in mind, again, maybe that you have romantic feelings for, or maybe somebody that you have been flirting with in the past, or somebody that you're thinking of, that you would like to be this person that when things settle down, they cool down, calm down, that could be that soulmate. This might give you some insight on what they might be thinking. So let's go ahead and get some of these. So here we have jealousy. I'm very jealous and I can barely stand it. Okay, so this person may be a person who is a jealous person, okay? And that may be something that you need to kind of make sure that you're okay with, make peace with, okay? And maybe you're a person who likes that. You may like a person who has a jealous streak to them. Some jealousy is good. A ton of jealousy that's controlling, overbearing, and that kind of thing, you know, there's a line, and that's very bad. But, you know, a bit of jealousy that is protective and romantic and sweet can be good. So, you know, but some people, if they're a little bit jealous, they take that as like, oh gosh, I'm showing too much. I'm showing too much. You know, this could be your energy too. You may be a jealous person, and, you know, maybe that's the energy of the other people here, and they're jealous as well. And that's why you don't want to get too involved. But when this person comes in, they are the opposite of that. They're not so jealous. They're just the right amount of jealous that allows you to, you know, really be able to develop a relationship without the worry that they're going to kind of go crazy or psycho. Maybe you've had that problem before. This one says, ghosted. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. And I really feel like this is your energy. And I feel like, you know, it's a potential that maybe you already know this person. Maybe they're coming back in after a long time away. Or maybe, again, like I said, maybe this is the person you're already with, and you have just had to take a break from them, in that, you know, it could be your significant other that you're still with, you're still married to, you're still very much in a relationship with during this time, but you've had to kind of step away from, as far as like pouring yourself into work, kind of ghosting them in that regard, because you knew that you needed to clear your head. You knew you needed to get away from any of the drama, their family, your family, too much at the holidays, too much going on. You're fighting over this or that or everything. And you know that if you push it too far, it could damage your relationship. But you'll know when the time is right to really kind of approach the problems, approach the situation. And for those of you who this is somebody, you know, coming in that you're not in a relationship with, it may be somebody that you already know, and you just didn't realize how perfect they were until you realized all the crazy going on. And then you're like, okay, now that I've seen what's out there and what I need to stay away from, this person is fantastic, and I really am feeling it now. So there's always that, right? And this one says, you're my favorite. You're the person I want to call when something good or bad happens. The first thought I have, or the first thought when I have news to share, you're my person. And I definitely feel like that's this person. That's who this person's going to be. And it may already be this person. Like I said, this may very well be somebody you're already with, that you just had to ghost momentarily, and not really ghost in that way that you weren't with them at all, but just kind of like step away from them a little bit, you know, kind of back off. Even if they live in the same house with you, you were like, nope, pour myself into work because cannot deal with it. It's too much drama, or we'll kill each other kind of situation. Not literally, but you get the gist. Or, you know, it could be a situation where this is somebody that you were with before, or knew before, friends with before, whatever, and now you realize that they are really the person that you trust. They're the person that is more soulmate material. You've seen other jealous people out there, maybe through your romantic feelings that they're showing, or the flirting that they're showing, and you see that they're a little crazy. So that by extension is making this person seem like, wow, now I really realize where the low drama, low jealousy, low crazy, perfect person is and always has been, right there in front of my face the whole time, right? And so that's really my favorite person the whole time. How did I not see it? They've been there the whole time. So that's very possible. But however you feel about this, I definitely feel you are going to go from a situation where you are over it, battle tired and tested, want away from the drama, can't deal with the flirting of certain people or the romantic feelings from certain people. Maybe it's too much, maybe it's overbearing, maybe it's too dramatic. You don't want to deal with it all. You don't want to deal with the family crisis, the drama, the whatever's going on in your life. To where you finally find the person that could really be your soulmate at the end. And they may have already been there in front of your face the whole time, but now you're able to approach them in a way that is sensible, and they're listening, and they're open, and they're available, and it's not drama filled. It's peaceful and calm and perfect. So I think everything is looking very, very positive for you going forward. You're just going to have to take a momentary kind of sabbatical or ghosting, if you will, you know, of your involvement, let's say, with a lot of people that are causing you stress and anxiety, because you don't want to deal with that right now. You certainly don't want to get sucked into anybody else's stress or drama. Alrighty, so hopefully this worked out for you. Hopefully this resonates with you. If it does, please do like, subscribe, share, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And I hope to see you back very soon. Bye.